Dear friends, I'm Gabriel Stellion-Shanks, the Artistic Director of the Drama League, and welcome to the Drama League Gratitude Awards. This is our 86th year of bestowing honors on New York's theatrical community, but the first to do so during a pandemic. So for this moment, we wanted more than anything to show our gratitude to everyone who works in theater and everyone who sits in the audience. We wanted to offer a special set of honors that recognized spirit and imagination and resiliency in this extraordinary time. The Drama League is no stranger to resiliency. During the Great Depression, the Drama League temporarily merged with the church in order to survive, providing plays in church basements across America and seeding the little theater movement of the 1930s. When World War I beckoned, the Drama League held blood drives outside theaters and staged benefit play readings for troops and for relief efforts. Today, we're keeping the light on by providing essential emergency grants to stage directors who have been affected and impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Together, we will overcome this moment and thrive again. I can't wait to be in the audience as the lights go down and as the curtain goes up. As we celebrate today, we know that many of you are still suffering, and we offer this online ceremony in the hopes that it brings you joy and solace. For young people across America who live for cast recordings, who have never attended a New York award ceremony, and who may just be missing the auditions for this year's spring musical, we want to tell you that Broadway and Off-Broadway are here and ready for you when we reopen. The future will need all of us. It will need voices raised. Most of all, it will need human beings to gather in spaces and share our stories. Today, we are offering gratitude. Tomorrow, in the incredible words of Tony Kushner's Angels in America, the great work begins. Welcome to the Gratitude Awards. And now please welcome my friend, my colleague, and the executive director of the Drama League, Bevan Ross.
Thank you, Gabriel. It is my great pleasure to be a part of the Gratitude Awards, to celebrate the theater and to raise much-needed funds for stage directors. In this moment of great anxiety and loss, I, like many people, turn to the arts for comfort and meaning. As theater artists, typically we gather together in times of collective grief. But we can't do that now. Instead, we need to adapt and change and find new ways to meet our audiences when they need us most. So here we are, online celebrating together, and we're using the ghost light as the symbol of our work. A ghost light, as you know, is the only light that is left on in a theater when it is completely empty to make sure it is never dark. We are that light. The Drama League has over 100 years of service to the field, and we will be there for stage directors during COVID-19, and we will be there for audiences when it's safe to return to the theater. Thank you for being a part of our community. Please consider a donation to the Ghostlight campaign to support a future where we can all sit together again.
Welcome to the Gratitude Awards. My name is Stan Ponte, and I'm president of the board of directors of the Drama League. And this is my fabulous husband, John Metzner. We've been hosting a family, friends, and colleagues sing-along for 6 weeks now, and we thought rather than opening with just another speech, we would open together in a sing-along with you of one of our most favorite songs. The Drama League is open. We are pivoting our programming to digital platforms and have created a Directors Emergency Relief Fund addressing the immediate needs of our community during this pandemic. We are also strengthening the Directors Project, which will be critical in the recovery phase. And if you have the capacity to do so at this time, your donations to the Ghostlight campaign will directly support these important programs. If 1,000 of you watching now were to donate $25 each, that $25,000 would go directly into programming and help for stage directors right now and during the recovery. Soon, directors will lead us back onto stages and audiences back into seats. While we look forward to the future, we hope you will join our family and keep the ghost light on. And now I hope that everyone watching will sing along to Another Opening, Another Show, which is sung together in this broadcast as a sign of hope and an eye toward the future. Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Another job that you hope will last. Will make your future forget your past. Another pain where the ulcers grow. Another opening of another show. The overture is about to start. You cross your fingers and hold your heart. It's curtain time and away we go. Another opening and another show. Welcome everyone to the Drama League Gratitude Awards.
Hi everybody, it's Kristen Chenoweth in my Drama League chic, but yet I've got some bedazzles on over my Lululemon top. I hope it matches. It doesn't really. But I wanted to do some red carpet chic for you guys tonight. I think about the moment that theater changed my life and the moment that I knew I wanted to do it, or kind of the same moment. My original dream was to be a ballerina, but I had flat feet and I couldn't really leap. But I sure did have the heart of a dancer. And I was 7 years old. I was doing the Nutcracker, and I tried out for the role of the mouse, and I didn't get it because I was too little to play the mouse. So they gave me the role of the rabbit. They told me I was going to be creating the role. I thought, well, this is hogwash. Please create the role of the rabbit. What's the rabbit do? The rabbit sits next to Clara all of Act 2 as the rabbit. So I thought, great, I'm just going to sit there. No leaping, no jumping, no turning. But all of a sudden, one of the Sugar Plum Fairies came out and dropped her big vine, this big vine that was one of their props, center stage. And the music stopped, everything stopped. She ran off stage, and I thought, what would a bunny do? And I ran out there as a bunny. I put that vine in my mouth. I hopped back. I sat next to Clara, and I thought, and the audience just went crazy. And I thought, oh, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. So I have ballet to thank for it and the character of the rabbit.
How has theater saved me? Theater by nature is transformative, it is transportive, and it is transcendent. When you go and you sit there and you watch a piece of theater for that hour and a half or 3 hours or sometimes 5 hours, and that you sit there, you are immersed in a world in front of you. You are able to transcend all hardship for just that amount of time, maybe. And not only are you able to be transported to somewhere externally as you're watching something externally, but internally, theater is for me, it is the tree that grows from the seed of imagination. And so you're also drawn inward, on a journey inward as well. Theater is my foundation. It's the world that I was born into. It's essentially the air that I breathe as a storyteller. And so I would say it has saved me by just existing.
Hi, thank you, Condola, for nominating me for the Drama League Gratitude Award. You by far is one of the most amazing actors that have come along in a long time. I remember when I first saw you at 17 years old in Atlanta, and you just had a small part. And Kenny Leon's A Tambourine to Glory. I bet you don't remember that. And I called your mother. I reached out, and they had payphones then. We didn't have a cell phone. So I called your mother, and I said, oh my God, Felicia, do you know what's going on that stage? You cannot take your eyes off Condola. And since your career has been, not only have I not been able to take my eyes off of you, the acting community and the critics and your fans, I love you. And with that being said, I'd like to pass this award, my gratitude and my kindness award goes to one of my oldest and dearest friends, Florence Anthony, the first African-American reporter who worked on a gossip column of the New York Post, which is now Page 6, as we all know, and she also in the National Enquirer. But more than that, we speak to each other at least 3 times a day. We laugh and we talk. And, you know, and in my business as a publicist, I wasn't always a big-time Broadway legend. You know, I had to do work on other accounts. And one other thing I must say, Flo has always had a byline, and she will always help you. But I remember one story that really sticks out to me, not just with theater, because I always try out all my actors on her anyway. See, can they really sell a show? But I was working on this beauty pageant. I don't know how that happened, a beauty pageant. And it was the same time years ago as there was a gas shortage and gas prices, and it was like sky high, and everybody was lining up. And so nobody wanted to cover it, no one. So I had my brilliant idea was to have the beauty contest go over in bathing suits and speak to the gas people, pump gas for the people that were online. That was their thing. And Flo, thank you very much. You covered it. And we ended up getting the front page of the New York Post. So Flo, I would like to also donate $1 in your name for the Drama League Ghost Light Awards. I love you so much, Flo. So let's keep this kindness award going. And you nominated someone that you feel have shown kindness. And I want you to hashtag Gratitude Awards. Hi.
So theater came into my life and I would say saved me at the most crucial point, and that was in middle school. To be very honest, my close friends were getting into pretty heavy drugs and alcohol abuse, and instead of hanging out with them, I joined a Gilbert and Sullivan theater group. I was by far the youngest member, but I loved it. I loved all the people I was working with. I loved what we were singing all the time and the material. I joined a youth theater that I did with all of my summers growing up. And instead of using that time that I wasn't in school to get into trouble, which I very, very easily could have, I found something that gave me purpose and an amazing community to be a part of, and that was the theater. So it definitely saved me at the most crucial time in middle school.
Okay, I'm wearing quarantine chic. My quarantine chic is this kimono that I have in my closet. That's the best that I could do. Theater saved my life in so many ways. One that comes to mind was a time when I was doing the out-of-town tryouts of If Then down in Washington, D.C. And I was going through a divorce, and I was just a mess, frankly, and really sad and depressed and ashamed. And yet, at a time when I could have been completely lonely and alone, I was able to go to work every day and be surrounded by the most wonderful, loving group of people, cast, crew, everyone was family to me, and laughed with me and cried with me. And there's nothing like the community of theater. It's what will always bring me back and makes me feel like I'm not alone. And that, as well as when you have the gift of playing a character that perhaps is experiencing something that you need to look at in your life, which is what I was doing in that show. A character that lifts your spirit, that forces you to look at yourself and make choices, and hopefully makes you a better human being. That's how theater can change your life.
Hi everybody, Jovi Horgan here, and I wanted to thank Miss IDINA MENZEL for nominating me for a Gratitude Award. I'm very honored. Not used to being on this side of the camera or an audience, so a little uncomfortable, but I'm really grateful for her and for her friendship and for being such an amazing work partner for so many years and all the shows we've done together. And we've had a lot of great laughs and some tears, and I love her, and thank you so much for nominating me. I'm going to pay this forward, and I'm going to make my own nomination. The Drama League asked me to, so I am going to talk about teachers, and I'm going to nominate the wonderful Jay Friedman, who was both of my kids' first grade teacher here in Teaneck, New Jersey. My kids are older now. My daughter's in her third year of college, and my son is a senior at Teaneck High. But Jay Friedman was a bright light for us. And in particular, she used to send me little emails telling me certain things about the kids. And one in particular, which I have copied and I keep on my refrigerator and I look at when I'm down. So this little act of kindness from Jay Friedman, I'm going to read to you. It says, "Today, during a lesson on seeds and planting, I asked the class to remember what seeds needs to grow. Kids gave the usual responses: water, sun, food, etc. Your son raised his hand and said, 'Seeds need love.' The room got very quiet and Will's eyes got very big, and I asked him to explain his thinking. He confidently told us that someone has to care for seeds and love them so they'll grow." More silence. Suddenly another boy shouted, "Will is a seed expert," and they all cheered for him. "That's your guy, and right he is. At such a young age, your wise little man knows about nurturing." So this sweet email that I printed and sits on my refrigerator, and when I'm down, that sweet act of kindness from Jay cheers me up. So to the teachers out there, my parents were teachers. My brother is a teacher, Jim Truslow, amazing. My sister-in-law, Susie Campbell, who's a sixth grade teacher. My niece, Jessica Campbell Parent, who's also a sixth grade teacher, both in New Hampshire. And my niece, Jennifer Horrigan, who is a elementary school special ed teacher. I am grateful for all of you, and I want you to pay this forward. And I want you all on social media to, if you can, nominate somebody else who maybe has shown you a random act of kindness, and pay it forward and put it up on social media, and hashtag the Drama League, and hashtag Gratitude Awards, and hashtag We Are All Winners. And let's keep this chain of kindness going. Hope everybody is well, and I hope we can all be back to doing what we normally do in our lives soon. To my Broadway community, I love you, and I hope I get to see you all soon. Thanks, bye.
The moment that I knew I was going to dedicate my life to the theater happened to me when I was in college. I had quite a roundabout college theater career. I started as a music major, studying vocal performance, classical music, and I spent a year in the music school at Ithaca, which is a wonderful program, but I knew that that wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. I had applied to a bunch of schools for business in high school, and actually during that first year, I had a moment where I was really wondering if I'd made the wrong decision pursuing the arts. And I thought about reapplying to all the schools that I'd applied to for business. And I had some friends that were musical theater majors, thank God. And they urged me and suggested that I audition for the musical theater program at Ithaca, to which I did, and I got in. And something very, very interesting happened. Kind of the procrastination and lethargy I'd felt about my studies or taking work on a daily basis just went away. And I found something that all of a sudden there were not enough hours in the day and I could pour myself into. And right then I knew that I could never do anything else. And then of course I started working, and my love for theater just expounded even greater and even further. And I think that's because the connection we have with people. And that's really how I think theater has saved me and saves me every time I step on stage. I've been so lucky to get to do such varied work, and no matter what's going on in our lives, you can go to the theater every night and you can connect with the audience and you can have an experience and become transported, and everything else goes away. And you know, through this very unsure time, there hasn't been a day that goes by that I don't think about how grateful I am that I get to do this as for a living and be a part of this incredible New York theater, Broadway, off-Broadway community. You know, we get to connect, and we're in the business of being with people, and we will again. You know, theater has saved me every time I step on stage, and I think when we all come through the other side of this unsure time, theater's going to save me, and it's going to save us all again.
Oh, hello, Drama League. Gratitude Awards. Adrienne Warren here. And I put some clothes on for you. I wanted to share a moment with you guys that was definitely the moment I realized theater could change my life, and telling stories is exactly what I wanted to do in my life. Going back 10 years old, I was auditioning for the show every 10-year-old kid wants to audition for. It's a hard knock life for us. It's a hard knock life for us. I wanted to throw around the pails, throw the sponges in the air, jump on the beds with my friends. So did 100 other girls in my community. But I also realized something very interesting and unexpected was happening during the audition process. I was cast as the first Black Annie. Hurrah Players, Norfolk, Virginia, Hugh Copeland, the artistic director, cast me as the first Black Annie. And in that moment, I realized he was teaching me a very, very important lesson, that there's passion behind my work, and I worked hard. Whatever I brought into the room, that I could go as far as I wanted to. I could tell any story I wanted to tell. And in that moment, I was representing something that I'd never seen before myself. And it became a very inspirational moment for me, for my family, and for my community. And that is a moment I definitely decided telling stories is what I wanted to do. Working on things that I believe in, moving people and touching people through beautiful words and plays and music, and sharing my truth and touching people's lives and inspiring people and empowering them and helping people to be seen if they feel unseen, or heard if they feel unheard. And to this day, I want to do nothing but that in my life, in my career, whether it's on stage or through music or through writing. Theater became home in this moment. Theater became the place that I could be myself unapologetically. I could be myself. Isn't that what home is? And it's where I found a family that I am so grateful for. And I am so grateful to call theater my home, always. I hope you guys are well. Love to you all. Mwah!
Hey everyone. I'm Kate Gutchess, and I was nominated for a Gratitude Award by my friend Adrienne Warren. I can't express how thankful I am for this recognition, or for the years of friendship that Adrienne and I have shared. So, thanks, buddy. I would like to nominate my friend Jason Cook for a Gratitude Award for being there with support and friendship when I really needed him. A few years ago, Jason helped me move into my new apartment on New Year's Eve. Early the next morning, I called him in a panic because I thought my puppy was sick. He immediately got up to come to the emergency vet with me, where he spent the early morning hours of New Year's Day comforting me, while I waited to find out that my dog had just eaten something weird and was totally fine. I think everyone deserves a friend who will drop everything just to be there for you, and I am so grateful that Jason is mine. So I've made a donation in his name to the Drama League's Ghostlight campaign. I hope that you will continue to spread this message of gratitude by nominating someone on social media and tagging the Drama League and #Gratitude Awards. Thank you again to Adrienne for this lovely recognition, and Jason, I can't wait to see who you nominate next. Bye!
Hot dog! Hello, my name is Florence Birdwell, and I want to tell you about a student of mine, Kelly O'Hara. Kelly went into show business. Why? Well, I'll tell you. When she was 5 years old, she learned about me. She called me the Bird Lady. I used to teach a wonderful singer named Susan Powell, who was Miss America in 1981. Kelly was 5 years old. Five. She was 5 years old. Kelly saw Susan Powell and she said, I want to sing like Susan Powell. I want to take lessons from the Bird Lady. Hot dog! So over 10 years later, she showed up in my studio and she learned to sing. Oh, she was terrible. She just like this. She sang like this, and her jaws were so tight, and she sang like a country western singer. But I ripped her a new one. And she moved to New York. I wanted her to be an opera singer, but I ripped up her application. I said, go make your dreams come true in New York. I'll support you. She stopped being an opera singer and she went to acting school at Strasbourg. And the rest is her history. It's her history. It's hers. She's my student. You know, I used to think she was like Kristen, but they're very different. And I'm glad. She found her way. And here we are together, Kelly and I. I love Kelly, and she loves me. I think music has saved Kelly's life. I think she was never born to do anything but sing. She loves it with all her heart. It brings her so much joy. She makes me proud, and I think I've made her proud. So now signing off. Florence Birdwell, hot dog! How now, brown cow. That's right, Kelly. How now?
Hi, this is Scott Ellis, and I first just want to thank Kelly for this nomination. It's so unbelievably generous and sweet, and I just have to say that my collaboration with her during Kiss Me Kate was honestly one of the best I've had, and everyone knows what an incredible actress and singer and performer she is, but it only matches to her as a human being, as a person. She's just one of the best, and smart and funny and kind. And we did bond as parents also, so I so appreciate that. When I was asked to now sort of pass it on, I thought of parenting, and that our first preview of Kiss Me Kate, my mother passed away, and I came back to the theater, and I had to tell the company and Kelly, and they were all, especially with Kelly's leadership, sort of took me under their wing and helped me through a tricky, difficult time. My mom was the reason that I fell in love with theater and got into theater, and so it was special that I had all of those people behind me. But months before that, I had brought my mom down from Massachusetts to put her, have her go into the Actors Home in Inglewood, and I always knew that my mom was being taken care of. So my nomination is for Laura White and all the people who work at the Actors Home. They do such a remarkable job all year round, but now, more than ever, what they're providing to our families is beyond words. So I think of them often, and I so appreciate them, and I so appreciated how they were with my mom, and that's my nomination. So thank you again. Thanks again, Kelly, and to everybody who's taking part of this incredible night. And we'll see you at the theater very, very soon.
How has theater saved me? Theater. Without it, I wouldn't have a voice. I wouldn't know how to express myself. You know, I always felt like I had a voice that was too large for a room. And but theater sort of helped me me truly sort of find myself, who I am as a person. Every character I've played, every role I've played, every show I've been in has taught me and has helped me grow into the person that I am. And without theater, I don't know where I would be.
Hi, I'm Jeff Calhoun. I want to thank Sutton Foster for nominating me. It was just a sweet, generous thing to do, and a lovely email to wake up to. Sutton credits me with having discovered her, when in truth, you would have had to be an idiot not to recognize Sutton's formidable talents. We were in Detroit, auditioning for the national tour of the Will Rogers Follies. And there must have been 100 ladies there, and they were all decked up in Capezio this, Capezio that, hair done, full drag. All except one young lady. She was in flip-flops, shorts, no makeup. Of course, that was Sutton. Not only did she stand out for those reasons, but she also stood out because it was apparent that I was in the presence of a star. So Sutton, my only good fortune was having been at the right place at the right time. But thank you so much. I would like to nominate for the Kindness Award a dear friend of mine, Kevin Ryan. Kevin is president and CEO of Covenant House International, and I get to witness firsthand as a fellow board member Kevin's extraordinary kindness and generosity of heart. It doesn't matter who Kevin's talking to, whether it's a public elected official or somebody who works for a Fortune 500 company or one of our kids in crisis right off the street who comes into Covenant House. Regardless of who you are, Kevin shows nothing but unconditional love, kindness, and generosity of heart. Kevin likes to talk about being helium for our youth's dreams, when in truth, Kevin is helium for all of our spirits and hearts who have the privilege of knowing him. And for those reasons, and in Kevin's name, I would like to donate to the Drama League. What an amazing thing you're doing. I've never heard of an organization celebrating kindness. It's fantastic. And the truth is, what wisdom can any of us find that's greater than kindness? Thank you, Sutton. Congratulations, Kevin. And congratulations to all you at Drama League. It's a wonderful thing you're doing, and I hope it's a great, great night. Thank you.
Theater for me is all about community. I have met some of the most incredible human beings working in shows and just simply being in the theater. This started for me in high school when I was introduced to theater, and they just welcomed me. They embraced me and poured so much love into me and supported me in all that I was at the time. It gave me this sense of hope. It encouraged that fire that was in my gut of you are enough. And I moved to New York to be able to experience more of that community and to be able to give back to people in the way that theater does. It's such a tool, it's such a powerful tool in which we can heal people just by storytelling. I think theater definitely challenged my way of thinking and how I look at the world. It reminds us how to feel and how to dream and how to empathize for one another. I'm grateful for all the lessons theater has taught me, And I'm so proud to be a part of a community that is always giving.
Hi, I'm Karen Spaller, and I'm the Assistant Stage Manager for Ain't Too Proud on Broadway. And I am so pleased and honored to have been nominated by Jeremy Pope in the Gratitude Awards. Jeremy Pope, you are such an extraordinary light in this world, and I am beyond blessed to have you in my life. Thank you. Thank you for the nomination, and thank you for your amazing words about me. I am so grateful. And to continue this fabulous chain of nominations, I would like to make a nomination of my own. I would like to nominate Elena Hess for a Gratitude Award. Elena is a physical therapist at Neurosport NYC, and Elena became my physical therapist after I got a stress fracture in my foot, my right foot. And stress fractures are exactly how they sound. They are very stressful, and they are very spirit dampening, and they try to suck your cheer. And Elena came into my life, and Elena taught me how to walk properly. And apparently I was doing it all wrong, even though I've been doing it for a minute, but I was. And Elena taught me about all sorts of muscles in my body that I had no idea I even had or how to use them. And Elena did all of this with patience and kindness and cheer and light. And I am so, so, so grateful for you, Elena. You are a true gem. And Elena, I would like you to please accept this award and continue the chain of nominations on social media. Nominate a person who has exhibited kindness to you. Tag @Drama League, #Gratitude Awards, #We Are All Winners to keep this very festive chain alive. Thank you. Love and light.
Hey, this is Elizabeth Stanley. The moment that I knew I had to pursue theater with everything I had in me was when I heard the original Broadway cast album of Ragtime. I didn't live near New York. I wasn't able to come and see it, but I could feel it, and I could feel the acting, and I could hear the amazing sounds. And they touched my soul in a way that hadn't happened before. Aaron Flaherty, thank you. Terrence McNally, thank you. And specifically Marianne Maisie, thank you. You inspired me, and you still do.
Hi, I'm Diana Halleck. Firstly, Elizabeth, I want to thank you so much for thinking of me and nominating me for a Gratitude Award. Your video absolutely made my day. It's just the sweetest thing. And I only cried a little, so thank you. I have had the best time working with you, and I cannot wait until we get to go back to the Broadhurst and continue being silly and having fun and doing 8 shows a week. Thank you so much for everything. I would also like to nominate a friend of mine for a Gratitude Award, Amy White-Graves. Amy and I met working at a summer camp. She was the head teacher for all the musical theater classes, and I was assigned to be her CIT. It was both of our first year, and she just completely took me under her wing. So Amy, for that, I thank you. You took a very nervous 17-year-old, and you made me feel important and at home in a job that I was probably not completely prepared for. You have a love of theater and of what you do, and you bring a sense of fun, and you make everyone else have as much fun as you're having. You make us want to rise to your level, and for that I thank you. I also thank you because you gave me my first non-babysitting job out of college. I remember I was bringing the kids I was currently babysitting at the time to your after-school theater program, Brooklyn Children's Theater, and you looked at me one day and just said, "Hey Diana, you know how to sew. Do you want to make costumes for us?" And just like that, you took a chance on me, and not only did I have a blast, but you also set me on a path that I will forever be grateful for. You have shaped my life in a way that you probably don't even realize. So I cannot thank you enough for your guidance as a friend, as a boss. You have been extremely influential in my life, and I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for me and everything you continue to do for all the kids at BCT. You are incredible, and I am glad to know you.
Hello, I'm Nathan Lane, and I've been asked by the Drama League to answer 2 vital questions about my life in the theater, and was also asked to dress in what they referred to as quarantine chic. Quarantine chic for me was whatever I found in the closet that still fits. The 2 questions are, how has theater saved my life, and what was the moment I decided to devote my life to the theater? Theater saved my life because it saved me from a life of crime, really. For years I dreamed of becoming a cat burglar. And then at a certain point, I thought, what's the point of putting on a black turtleneck and breaking into a 2nd-story window just to steal cats? Anyway, fortunately for me, I eventually was distracted by the glittering lights of Broadway. And the reason I have devoted most of my life and career to the theater is because I think it's the last bastion of storytelling at its purest. Going back to sitting around a campfire and telling stories, to the Greeks, to Shakespeare. And I don't think there's any better way for an actor to learn his craft. But ultimately, it's about that experience with an audience, that connection with an audience. They are the other vital player in the evening. And it's about telling them stories about their lives, how we live our lives, what kind of life we would like to have, what kind of life we want to have, we shouldn't. But it's to make that connection and send them away with something meaningful, hopefully. And without that, I don't know if I would have a purpose in life. That has been the thing that has driven me back to the theater time and time again. So, put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Thank you, Drama League. I have had the opportunity to do 15 Broadway shows, start to finish, with Nathan Lane, a multi-talented actor who appreciates me, and I really appreciate him. It's an honor to be in the company of so many theatrical luminaries for whom I have great respect and am happy, in some cases, to call them friends. If I was to nominate someone whose kindness I appreciate, who's not in the theater, it would have to be my nephew Colton and his wife Brianna. They swoop in as only young people can and understand what a PDF is, or 4K, or landscaping, or any of this other modern stuff that's completely lost on a dinosaur like me in the arts. If we all help each other, and if we continue to be careful and be safe, we'll all get through this.
Hello, everyone at the Drama League Gratitude Awards. I'm Patti LuPone, and I am very happy to be talking about Marianne Elliott. The Drama League is a home for directors at every stage of their career, providing access to the resources needed to hone their skills and the space to allow for creativity and risk. Marianne Elliott's work exemplifies the best qualities of a director. Marianne grew up in the theater, studying at Hull University and eventually joining the Royal Exchange in Manchester, which was founded by her father. She forged her own path, becoming artistic director in 1998 before embarking on an award-winning tenure at London's National Theatre. Her groundbreaking productions of St. Joan, Warhorse, The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime, and Angels in America collected numerous Olivier Awards. She is the first woman director to win 2 Tony Awards. Her rehearsal room is safe, free and wildly creative because she is very much in tune to the actor's process while gently guiding us to her vision. She leads the room in equality, which in turn inspires and releases the actor's confidence to invent. And invent they do in each production I have seen or have been privileged to take part in. She is a detective in the way she examines the words of the playwright and the motivation of the characters. She is that rare artist blessed with genius. I will follow Marianne to the ends of the earth, and should that ever occur, it will be one hell of a party filled with hilarity, her nutty, infectious laugh, and several gin tonics. I was thrilled to have been asked to speak about Marianne. She is my image of a goddess. I'm thrilled, the Drama League is thrilled, we are all thrilled to present Marianne Elliott with the Founders Award for Excellence in Directing. Congratulations, Marianne.
I am quite stunned by it, really. The way that New York and the Broadway community has been so generous to me over the years. It's really, honestly, humbling and amazing and surprising and so gratifying. Thank you. I came to New York for the first time when I was in my early 20s. I came to live there for a while, and it was so electric and energizing. The vibe of the city, the diversity, the extraordinary energy of it all kind of saved my life in quite a hard moment. And I will always be grateful for that. And it has sort of set off a kind of love affair for that city, which I think I will always have. So to get this award really, really means more than anything. I've been asked to say when I know I belonged in the theatre and couldn't turn away from it. Well, that's a hard one because I was brought up in a theatrical family. My parents and grandparents and great-grandparents were in the theatre, and so I suppose I kind of tried to rebel against it and tried to do other things, but I kind of knew that I would probably go into it. It was part of my life. So I never fully questioned or had that sort of massive revelatory moment where I realised this is absolutely for me. Because I knew that I couldn't really do anything else. I wasn't actually very good at anything else anyway, until now. And this crisis has really made me so much more passionate about theatre than I ever was before. And I was passionate. I just feel that once this emergency is over, and once we're able to really reflect and try to understand what happened, I think we will really need theatre, because where is better than to try and understand things and really kind of mutate them in your mind and your emotions. And I feel that there will come a time when we will be so desperate to not be in isolation and to be together with other people, to be in company and to be together collectively, finding strength and finding humour and finding perspective and finding the strength to really live again. And I look forward to that time more than anything.
Thank you so much for the nomination, Marianne. I was just so moved by your video and your truly kind words. I'm honored that you thought of me in this way, honored to work with you, and I truly can't wait until we're back together in the room on Company when we come back. I would like to nominate someone for a gratitude award. Her name is Noelia Morales. She lives in Costa Rica. I got into a very scary accident there this summer, and without her utter kindness, selflessness, and true just care of my husband and I, we would not have made it out of a really, really scary situation as completely healthfully as we did. She did everything for us, taking care of us from urgent care all the way through till we got on the plane to go back home, even enlisting some of her family members to join in the effort. So Noelia, thank you. I think of you very often, and I'm super, super, super grateful to you. So you are nominated for our Gratitude Award. Please pass it on.
I personally have so much gratitude to this next award winner. He has created extraordinary roles and he allowed me to inhabit them. He has an amazing mind and I was very fortunate to be there to experience them. And he is the great James Lapine. James is the embodiment of versatility. Having been a professor of design at the Yale Drama School. He went on to then become a director, a librettist, a playwright, and a screenwriter. And when at Yale, he began writing plays for Off-Broadway and Broadway, some of which I also got to experience. His partnerships with composers Stephen Sondheim and William Finn resulted in some of Broadway's most beloved musicals. Sunday in the Park with George, he won the Pulitzer Prize, Falsettos, and of course, Into the Woods. He has been nominated for numerous awards and has won the Tony for Best Book of a Musical 3 times so far. And not content to just be a brilliant writer, he's also an award-winning director, having directed all of those premiere productions. And now let's talk about his movies. He directed his first movie in 1991 called Impromptu. I was lucky enough to be a part of it, and it was a beautiful film, and he directed with such care and sensitivity. And he's directed numerous other films for television and movies since then. And when Disney made the film version of Into the Woods, of course, he wrote the screenplay. We have been benefiting from James' talents for over 40 years, and I personally cannot wait to see his new play, Flying Over Sunset, rescheduled for the fall of 2020. For his style, his versatility, his passion. The Drama League is thrilled to present the Distinguished Award in Musical Theater to James Lapine. Take it away, James.
Hi, I'm James Lapine. I'd like to thank everyone at the Drama League for honoring me today and giving me a good reason to shave and put on a clean shirt. It's been a while. And thank you for placing me in such distinguished company. I have long been inspired by the work of Terrence McNally and amazed and maybe a little bit jealous by his impressive output. His recent passing is such a loss to the theater, as well as a personal one to so many of us who have loved and appreciated his warmth and support. In Marianne Elliott, the theater magic you have spun has inspired me for years. It's difficult as a fellow director to go to the theater and shut off your analytical eye and give yourself over completely to the stage. I'm always so immersed in the world you set forth that I never have that issue. And thanks to the Drama League for their good works and support on behalf of young directors. And of course, the Ghostlight campaign, which is raising money to support these directors during this tough time. I was recently in rehearsal for Flying Over Sunset and was having a casual conversation with some of my actors about the things we most like about our work and the things we most dread. I love rehearsal and tech. That process of bonding as a company and together watching the vision of your show come together and be realized is thrilling. For me, my least favorite part of the process has been the first preview. Of course, sometimes things can go very well, and then there are other times when you realize you have a hell of a lot of work ahead of you to make your show fly. I've had some very bumpy first previews. Nothing quite as hurtful as watching an audience member walk out of your show before it's even over. Of course, you take it very personally when someone doesn't like your baby, and you feel so terribly for your company. We were to have our first preview of Flying Over Sunset on the day the theaters were shut down. Needless to say, this has shed an entirely new light on my sentiments towards that first preview. The show took over 5 years to write, several workshops over that period, and then, of course, the usual arduous 2+ months to mount the production. To have no audience is to have no theater. I cannot tell you how much I look forward to having the first preview of this show and sharing it with others. It's why I prefer making theater to films. You get to sit with your audience and listen to them as they listen to you. My guess is that our audiences miss us as much as we miss them now. Oh, to be together again, telling a story. Sometimes laughing, sometimes crying, and sometimes the audience is even possibly looking at their watches. I'll take it. Whatever the outcome, I welcome it. I think we all will be very, very happy when that day comes. And let's hope it's soon. Thanks so much, and everyone stay healthy.
Hi, I'm Marcia Ross.
I'm Jeff Kaufman. We had the privilege of making the documentary about Terrence McNally, Every Act of Life.
First, we'd like to express our gratitude to the Drama League for putting on this wonderful event and for honoring Terrence McNally this evening. We'd also like to express our gratitude to Una Jackman and Jay Alex for their incredible generosity and support, without whom tonight would not be possible.
They've been really great.
We first met Terrence and his husband, producer Tom Curtihy, when we were making a documentary called The State of Marriage. The film is about the history of the marriage equality movement in this country. Tom and Terrence invited us into their home and their hearts to share our story with us, their personal journey from civil union to marriage.
Terrence was one of the great playwrights in the world, a legend of the theater, and yet when it came to talking about Tom, he was so remarkably open and forthcoming and vulnerable. And we admired his work so much, and then we came to admire him and Tom so much, we asked them if we could do a film about Terrence, and they said yes. And I must say, over the years of making that film and since, people all over the country and actually all over the world have come to Marcia and me and said, Terrence McNally changed my life. He did that in the way he lived his life, bold and in touch with himself, and proud of himself, and proud of those he knew. And he did that on stage in his work. He had this quiet courage that was not only remarkable, but remarkably inspiring. We miss the fact that there's plays that we will never see that Terrence meant to write, but we know that that spirit of Terrence and that piece of Terrence is in so many others and will be in so many other plays. So we'll keep experiencing Terrence through others. And we're pleased to share a short film we just made for the Drama League and for this award that expresses some of that spirit.
Thank you for joining us. Good night.
I love being a playwright. No one does it alone. Least of all playwrights. Most of all this one.
We are not alone. And along the way, I've tried to be a decent person. And I think I've been really smart in choosing my friends. I've always known who cared about me, not how successful I was or what the New York Times thought of my latest play. Theater is collaborative, but life is collaborative. We all build a wonderful weave and bond together if we remember to. And we need it more than ever in these days ahead.
I love being a playwright. When I remember the little boy I was, thrilling to Ethel Merman in Annie Get Your Gun. I love it when my parents, shaken by their experience at Death of a Salesman, it changed their lives. I love it when I remember not being able to get out of my seat after a devastating performance of Long Day's Journey into Night. I love it when I know something I wrote softened the hearts of parents who had banished their son and daughter when they came out as gay and lesbian. I love it when I remember the artists who tried to help us understand the devastation of AIDS, even when they were stricken with it themselves. I love it when I remember theater changes hearts, that secret place where we all truly live. I love my playwright peers, past, present, and especially future. You're chomping at the bit for your turn. Your diversity is long overdue, assures me that what we do matters. The world needs artists more than ever to remind us what kindness, truth, and beauty are. Thank you.
My name is Tom Curtihy, and Terrence McNally was and always will be my husband. I want to thank the Drama League for this beautiful award. Terrence was aware that he was going to be getting this unique contribution to the Theater Award, and it thrilled him. He loved the Drama League and everything it stood for. He loved the theater, and he loved the theater community. Whenever Terrence and I would travel across the country or across the globe, we would go to the theater, whether it was in a small town to see a community theater production of The Sound of Music, or in a big city where we would take joy in Shakespeare being presented at the National, or here in New York, on Broadway, off Broadway, off Broadway. It wasn't unusual to see Terrence climbing stairs in an outer borough to get inside a theater to see what young theater artists were creating. No one loved the theater more than Terrence, and his contributions have been unique. From the avant-garde to putting out gay characters on stage before Stonewall, to writing books for musical theater and opera libretti, but most importantly, to writing truths, to writing his truths. Terrence wrote fearlessly. He lived fearlessly. The theme of these awards are gratitude. And every morning I wake up, I watch the sunrise, and I have coffee with Terrence. And I pray to sustain the gratitude I have for him and for our beautiful marriage and for all that he gave the world. The gift you are giving to me and to Terrence by celebrating his contributions to the theater mean more to me than I can possibly express. Someday soon, we will convene, we will share space, and we will tell stories once again inside the most sacred space, Terrence's church, the theater. I want to say thank you to the Drama League. I want to say congratulations to Marianne Elliott. And I want to say thank you to the entire community of the theater that has held me in its virtual arms and made me know that I am loved, that Terrence was loved, and that Terrence's work will be performed forever. He changed hearts, he changed minds, and he gave me a life beyond my imagination. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this evening. I hope your spirits have been lifted. I'm Bonnie Comley, Drama League Awards Chair and founder of Broadway HD. Unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 crisis, we have had to shorten our nominations period for our artistic awards this season. Performances for the 2020 season up until March 11, 2020 are eligible for nominations. This will be the 86th year the Drama League has awarded Broadway and off-Broadway's finest. Our awards historically have honored outstanding production of a play, outstanding production of a musical, Outstanding Revival of a Play, Outstanding Revival of a Musical, and the coveted Distinguished Performance Award. Voting by the Drama League's members will begin tomorrow morning, Friday, May 1st, through Friday, May 22nd. Bevan and Gabriel will announce the winners during a live stream in June. And now I would like to introduce you to two very special performers from Broadway's Beetlejuice, Alex Brightman and Leslie Rodriguez Kritzer, who will announce the 86th Annual Artistic Award nominees. Alex and Leslie, take it away.
Thank you very much, Bonnie. And hey, everybody, how is it going? Good? Good. Thanks for having us. Thanks for doing this awards at all. I think we could all use a little happiness and gratitude in our lives. And I just want to say that I think that as actors and creatives, we forget that a huge part of show business is niceness, kindness, gratitude, and generosity. So nothing like a good gratitude awards to remind people what theater's all about. I want to give a quick shout out to my company, who I am extremely grateful for. The company, cast, creative, and all the nerds over at Beetlejuice, the musical. We may not be able to get back to the Winter Garden this time around, but hopefully there is something in the future for all of us, whether it's Beetlejuice, whether it's something else. I will have you know that I will be first in line to see what each and every one of you does next.
Hey everyone, I'm Leslie Rodriguez Kritzer, and I'm so happy to put on makeup and do my hair and put on a dress to be here for the Gratitude Awards. Wow, I feel like a person. Thanks. I'm very grateful for that. For one day. I'll go back to wearing sweatpants in about 45 minutes. Anyway, all kidding aside, we're all going through a very, very difficult time. And I am just happy to be a part of something positive and to give people joy today. I miss my Beetlejuice family. I miss my Broadway family. I miss all my friends. I'm currently in New Jersey, and I know everyone feels isolated, but to everyone watching at home, we're with you. We're all together, and especially to the young people who love theater, who love Broadway shows, we're all here. We're going to come back. And personally, to my Beetlejuice family, suck yes, we will be back soon. Every participant in tonight's video and all of our future nominees on social media are Gratitude Award winners, because as long as we continue to stand together, keep the ghost slide on, and support one another, we are all winners. At the end of this program, please visit the Drama League's Vimeo page. We are all winners for hundreds of nomination videos and messages of gratitude from all the Drama League's many friends. You at home might be nominated. If you were nominated, please continue the chain on social media, tagging @Drama League and using #WeAreAllWinners and #GratitudeAwards. I'm also very grateful, by the way, to the Actors Fund. My mom is at the Actors Fund Nursing Home. To all the nursing home residents, we love you. We're thinking of you. We love you all. Join us by starting the chain yourself. Everyone is welcome to participate, whether you work in theater or not. With every nomination, please consider donating $1 to the Drama League's Ghost Slide campaign in the name of your nominee.
The Drama League is proud to announce that the spirit of the Gratitude Awards will live on long past this moment. Beginning with the 2021 season and the 87th Annual Artistic Awards, the Drama League will add a 6th category, the Gratitude Award, given to a person or company who has exemplified kindness and leadership to the theater community of that year. Now, we are pleased to announce for the 86th Annual Drama League Award nominations, nominees for Outstanding Production of a Play: Cambodian Rock Band, Dana H., Grand Horizons, The Hot Wing King, The Inheritance, The Michaels, Moscow, 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 Moscow. One and Two, Seawall, A Life, Seared, Slave Play, Stew.
And now, the nominees for Outstanding Production of a Musical. Girl from the North Country, Jagged Little Pill, Moulin Rouge, Octet, The Secret Life of Bees, Sing Street, 6, Soft Power, A Strange Loop, Tina, the Tina Turner Musical.
Nominees for Outstanding Revival of a Play: Betrayal. For colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough: Fires in the Mirror. Frankie and Johnny in the Clair de Lune. Judgment Day. Medea. Native Son. The Rose Tattoo. A Soldier's Play. The Woman in Black.
Nominees for Outstanding Revival of a Musical: Enter Laughing, Little Shop of Horrors, Rock of Ages, The Unsinkable Molly Brown, and West Side Story.
Distinguished Performance Award: David Action, The Woman in Black. Jeffrey Bean, Dublin Carol. Atu Blankson Wood, The Rolling Stone and Slave Play. Christian Borle, Little Shop of Horrors. Danielle Brooks, Much Ado About Nothing. Danny Burstein, Moulin Rouge. Len Cariou, Harry Townsend's Last Stand. Rose Byrne, Medea. Patrice Johnson Chavan, Run Boy Run and In Old Age. Liza Colon Zayas, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Heaven. Katie Del Castillo, The Way She Spoke. Edmund Donovan, Greater Clements. Raul Esparza, Seared. Francesca Ferradani, The Half-Life of Marie Curie. Haley Pfeiffer, The Pain of My Belligerence. Daniel Fulton, Broadbend, Arkansas. Annie Golden, Broadway Bounty Hunter. Dawnetta Lavinia Grays, Where We Stand. David Allen Greer, A Soldier's Play. Jonathan Groff, Little Shop of Horrors. Jake Gyllenhaal, Seawall, A Life. Tom Hiddleston, Betrayal. Paul Hilton, The Inheritance. Catherine Hunter, Timon of Athens. Galen Ryan Kane, Native Son. Brittany Max, 6. April Mathis, Tony Stone. Susanna Malonzi, The Crucible. Kate Mulgrew, The Half-Life of Marie Curie.
Joan Yo, Cambodian Rock Band. Deirdre O'Connell, Dana H. Brannock O'Connor, Sing Street. Okwe Apakwasili, For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough. Karen Olivo, Moulin Rouge. Larry Owens, A Strange Loop. Lauren Patton, Jagged Little Pill. Chris Perfetti, Moscow, 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 Moscow. Ben Porter, The Woman in Black. Isaac Powell, West Side Story. Jonathan Price, The Height of the Storm. Elizabeth Rodriguez, Halfway Bitches Go Straight to Hell. Michael Shannon, Frankie and Johnny in the Clair de Lune. Tom Sturridge, Seawall, A Life. Marissa Tomei, The Rose Tattoo. Blair Underwood, A Soldier's Play. Michael Urie, Grand Horizons. Adrian Warren, Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. Michael Benjamin Washington, Fires in the Mirror. Portia Stew. The Drama League also wishes to acknowledge the previous recipients of the Distinguished Performance Award in Broadway or off-Broadway productions this season. As the award can only be won once in a performer's lifetime, they are ineligible to be nominated. However, their exemplary work is recognized and applauded. Harvey Fierstein, Bella Bella, Mary Louise Parker, The Sound Inside, and Audra McDonald, Frankie and Johnny in the Claire de Lune.
So there you have it, the nominations for the 2020 Drama League Award. Just gonna fill my glass with a little bubbly. Easy does it. Last year, I was honored to be recipient of the Distinguished Performance Award 2019 for my work in network, and I wish all of you nominees the greatest good fortune and good luck, and stay safe and stay healthy. Thanks also to Alex and Leslie for those announcements. On behalf of the Drama League and all of us who love the theater, please stay safe. We'll be back. You can count on that. Cheers.
Congratulations to all the performers and productions who were nominated, and to everyone who made this incredible season. Thank you to Alex and Leslie. To close the evening, I'd like to introduce you to Ariella Pizza, who will be performing much more from the Fantastics. Thank you for joining the Drama League's Gratitude Awards and for sharing some hope and positivity.
I'd like to swim in a clear blue stream where the water is icy cold. Then go to town in a golden gown and have my fortune told. Just once, just once, just once before I'm old. I'd like to be not evil, but a little worldly wise, to be the kind of girl designed to be kissed upon the eyes. I'd like to dance till 2 o'clock, or sometimes dance till dawn. Or if the band could stand it, just go on and on and on. Just once, before the chance is gone. I'd like to waste a week or two and never do a chore, to wear my hair unfastened so it billows to the floor, to do the things I've dreamed about but never done before. Perhaps I'm bad or wild or mad with lots of grief in store, but I want much more than keeping house, much more, much more.